Thank you, Mila. All this time, I thought you guys were able to hear me. So thank you once again. Greetings to everyone. I actually said that I wanted to send my loves and my hellos to every one of you guys, no matter where you are around the globe. Greetings. I am Master Tatiana. I am known as the intuitive numerologist on this platform. And welcome to the live event on the secret code to your tapping into your wealth. And today we are bringing back a beautiful, beautiful high vibration, bright vibration, who is a amazing entrepreneur, onto this platform for we could tap into what is blocking us from this right that we have. This is actually our birthright, right? To have this wealth, right? So once again, my name is Mata Tatiana, and I'm going to bring her in. For like that, we could just get right into it. Okay. All right. Hello, Mila.
I made it.
Yes.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Of course. Of course. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thanks.
Hey, guys. So we can say hi to everyone that's joining.
Hi.
All right. So, as I mentioned, the topic is about wealth, you know, um, claiming that and how to go about it and the secret code to it. So, Mila is, I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. She is an entrepreneur. And I really want her to kind of share what it is that she does. And then we're going to tap into the discussion of wealth. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, thank you for the introduction, Tatiana. And yeah, I'm Mila. I go by Mila, the housekeeper on the internet. And so I'm an entrepreneur. I have all kinds of ideas all the time and business ideas, but my main business is cleaning. I clean Airbnbs, so that's why I'm called the host keeper, not housekeeper, because we do Airbnbs and they have Airbnb hosts. So I operate in Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio, and I plan on growing the business throughout the country. Um, and yeah, that's what I do. Other
Wow.
than a bunch of other things.
So, you know what really caught my attention, because it's going to relate to the topic of wealth, is the fact that she go to what is it? Is it vacation homes?
Yeah, vacation rentals. Yes.
Yeah, vacation rental, and she does cleaning.
Yes.
Hint, hint. Yes. So I would like to hear from you. Like, what pulled you? What attracted you to cleaning?
Well, I don't know if it was by accident. I know we say there's no accidents, but when I'll try to make a long story short. I was traveling for a while and I lived abroad. I actually lived in South Korea for a year and a half, and then I traveled for about 6 months. And I came home not ready for coming home. So uh, I didn't really have any savings. I didn't really even have a place to live or a car to drive. I really was like, I felt like a true immigrant, but
Mm.
all around me were immigrants. And I was like, man, these people know how to survive. And, they sometimes they come out here with no support. So, and I was born here, so I better figure it out. So, um, I stayed with a friend for a long time on his sofa. And then when I finally just decided to take out my 401k from my regular job, I had a regular job before I left, and I had a 401k there, and I decided that I was going to take it out because I needed the money, even though I'm not supposed to take it out because you pay a big penalty. But I needed it. So that's what I did. And so I ended up getting an apartment, and I really needed money, but I was not going to go back to the corporate world. There was like no way. I knew that there was like some potential inside of me for me to be able to make my own living and live the way that I feel like living, if that makes sense. I like to travel. I like to be at home. I like to even sometimes just relax. I don't want to be somewhere at 8 o'clock in the morning every day. That's just me. So
Mhm.
guess what? Now I have to figure out a way not to be able to do that because I didn't like that before. So now I got to change it. So what I ended up doing was I paid for my. It was a really really cheap in the hood apartment. So I paid like 6 months of it just so I had time to
Mm.
figure out what I needed to do. And I was like, okay, Mila, you got 6 months to figure out what business you're gonna do and how you're gonna make it work. And so I remember it was getting really close to 6 months. It was getting really close. And my electricity goes on and off because I'm not paying it on time. And I look around and I was like, what am I gonna do? And it must have been in a book or an audio book that I listened to that said just like if you want to start a business, just look around and see what skills you have and what you can do. At the time, I thought I didn't have any skills.
Mm.
Really, I grew up in a very basic lifestyle. I didn't even think I was smart. I really didn't. So um, I looked around and I was like, okay, there's like there's a mop. I have a vacuum. Like I have stuff to clean. Everybody should know how to clean. I mean, that's how I thought. I never cleaned professionally for anybody
Mm.
in my life, but and I went to college, so there goes that ego. It's like, oh man, now I got to go to somebody's house and clean. It was a really humbling experience, but I did know that's like the easiest kind of way to make money if you just do it right. So that's how I kind of got into it. I was thinking, actually, I wasn't trying to do a cleaning business. I was trying to build an app. I had bigger dreams, but this is a big dream actually. But anyway, I was trying to build an app and I was trying to make money to pay rent. And
Mhm.
so what ended up happening was I joined a business competition in my city.
Mhm.
They have business competition. It's yeah. Anyway, different cities do different kind of business competition, pitch competitions, and you had to go through a process where you had to get a mentor from score.org. They're free, and and then you have to go through the process. Like every weekend, we had to be at the library listening to somebody talk or whatever. So I remember we got to the point where I had to get a mentor, and I sat down with a mentor about this app project, and I don't know what it was about him that he was, I don't know, looking deep inside of me. And he was like, so what do you do now? And I was like, well, I'm struggling, I'm trying to, do this app and I started cleaning and he's like, do you have a husband? I said, no. He's like, good. Do you have a kid? I said, no. He said, good. Because you need a lot of time to grow this business. And he said, you should be focusing on your cleaning business. You have
Mhm.
potential there. You don't, this is in your situation that you don't have any money, you don't have anything in your situation. This is the better way to go. And so he helped me come up with pricing. He helped me come up, he didn't help me come up with the name, but he would just tell me, I don't like the name. You got to change the name. And I would have to come back every week with a list of names. And he would tell me, I don't like the name. And I'm like, oh my God, gotta go back, think harder, stay up later, find a better name. And so finally he liked the name and we rolled it through. And because of the guidance, I was able to build a business. And cleaning is a easy barrier to entry. Anybody can start cleaning. So that's why I did it. I didn't have to have any kind of skills. That's why.
Mm. Interesting. This platform, right, is all about numbers. So I did stress, or I did focus on the number 8. So the number 8 is a number of entrepreneurship. It is a vibration of order, justice, execution in a good way. Okay, when you say execution, very interesting. Um, but one of the things that really caught my attention with you was the fact that you chose a cleaning business. And you know that besides me doing the studies of numbers, I also am a energy healer, right? So I work a lot with also doing cleaning. Right? So I like to say that we are mind and matter in this case. So I work with the mind, which means I'm working with energy, with emotions and different stages of conscious level. And Mila is actually cleaning up what's actually out there in the world, and then putting things in order. And when it comes to this eight energy, many people relate it to like wealth, success, right? But people don't understand how is this wealth like circulated. They don't understand how it is. How does the eight vibration circulate that energy? And so I work with Mila, right? And we have worked for like a whole year
Yes.
in different capacities. And one of the things I have always admired from her has been her determination and her dedication, you know? And whether you are aware of it or not, she has this eight vibration so strong, so strong. And it's actually in the placement of her birthday. So, sometimes we are not aware why we have certain natural abilities, and some people may say we just lucky, but we know we worked hard. We know. So I also have this eight energy, but actually in my name, right? So even with me, I will always get, judged because some people will say, "Oh, you just focus on people that you can benefit from." And I used to really feel like, "Come on, man." But then as I started to get introduced to the numbers and to levels of consciousness, I realized that that was a very powerful gift I had, to see the potential in people and see what you will be useful in. So that's also something I've noticed in Mila as well. You have a good eye. Even on her YouTube channel, guys, please go to her YouTube channel. It's amazing. I love to just watch it, just to watch it. But if you are definitely considering an entrepreneurship relating to a cleaning business, I highly recommend that you go and watch her, because she gives you everything to get started or jump started, right? Um, but one of the things that I really, really noticed from her is she had the ability to like see the nicks and crannies. And in her videos, you can see that as well. So I just want to hear from you now, like, because cleaning, although we would like to say like, okay, it just came out of nowhere, but it's clearly something more to it. But you have a natural ability to see the little things. What have you done, or what could you share with everyone to how you were able to develop that?
I think we still have to find out. You know why? Because I don't really even know. Because I did not like cleaning growing up at all.
Mm,
I did have my place clean once I had my own place to live. I always kept that clean. I didn't like to clean because I was the only one who was supposed to be cleaning in the house, and I hated that responsibility. Um, so when I started cleaning, I actually didn't think I was gonna like it at all, and especially cleaning for other people. When I first started, I was cleaning residential. Now we do Airbnb and nobody's in there, but I used to clean people's houses, and I was like, but while I was cleaning, I felt great after it was done. You did that job, and I don't know, it just took a lot of energy as well. It's like exercise. I lost a lot of weight while I was cleaning because it's really an exercise, and doing it to your best potential, making sure you don't cheat. That you don't skip going under the carpet or under the sofa and doing stuff like that. And actually developing that skill has been a skill now I can teach other people when they're starting their cleaning business how to operate.
mhm,
Um, because and that's another thing I would always tell my cleaners too, especially the ones who fall off sometimes. I'm like,
mhm,
I started doing this business and I always got great reviews because their Airbnb guests stay there, so you get a 5 star or not. So I know my rating. It's not like going to a residential cleaning house and your client may or may not like your cleaning, but and they probably won't tell you. But if a guest stayed there, it's an Airbnb, you're gonna get a 5 star or whatever. So I mean, I never got any complaints. And so whenever my cleaners get complaints, I'm like, man, I didn't even know how to do. I don't even. Some people, I've done this for 15 years, bro. It doesn't look like you've been doing it for 15 years. You have to give love and care to the things that you do, and that's what I did. And there is one thing that helped me survive that too. um, I remember I used to come home. My mom used to be watching Oprah, and I was always watching Oprah with her. And I was just a young kid, but I remember Tiger Woods' dad saying, "I don't care what my husband, oh no, I don't care what my son becomes. He just better be the best at it. He could be a plumber, but he better be the best at it." I'm like, and I used to tell myself that because the idea of a cleaner is a kind of like a low one.
Mm-hmm.
People think low of cleaners, and so I thought people were going to think low of me, but I didn't think low of myself. But I thought people were just going to think low of me, so I'm like, okay, as long as I'm the best at what I do, I guess I'll be respected for it. As long as I'm just the best at what I do, it doesn't matter that I'm cleaning toilets out here. I'm just going to be the best that I can be, and yeah. So.
I think definitely your one of your gifts is that vision, and the eight energy is known to having good vision. So, one of the things that Mila just shared, uh, related to her young self, right? When she was young, she didn't care to clean. She wasn't, so happy. But then she grows up, and then she put into this situation, into this dynamics, I'll say, and that led her to starting a cleaning business and actually being good at it. So when it relates to wealth, because this is talking about cracking into you tapping into your wealth, right? One of the things that people don't realize, the power that cleaning has. If you ever cleaned in your home after so many days of not cleaning, you find some stuff, right? You are looking around and you're like, wow, I've been looking for this. I've been looking for this. I've been looking and I found this, And being able to understand cleaning from an energetic perspective is really important, because another key point that you mentioned was feeling light afterwards, you know? And
Yeah, I
right?
hate to interrupt, but if I was having a bad day and I had to
Yes.
go to work and clean, because when I first started this business, I was people, so I would after if I started having a bad day and I'm mad about something, angry about something, and I go and clean, I feel so much better afterwards. And I was like, "What is this?" I don't want to like it. I don't want to like it, but you'd feel so much better afterwards.
And again, I'm going to keep pointing out the key points, guys. So another key point that she just said right now is having a bad day. So this is now relating to the energy of anger or rage or frustration, right?
Mhm.
And being able to use it. How sometimes we get caught up with our emotions, and we just like, oh, maybe you don't even realize you start to like punish yourself and like feel like I want to like distance myself. But in this case, I'm hearing that, Mila, you actually used it to organize things.
Right, because I needed to make money, so I had no choice. Usually when you have a bad day, you're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be on the sofa." But I didn't. I didn't have the option. Okay, I was broke, so I
Mhm.
got up and I went to go and clean, and I would feel better afterwards.
Mhm. Right? So, the reason is for people that are watching this and probably observing how I'm going about this. My job as an energy practitioner or energy healer is to hear the things that are not seen or not heard very vividly. So that is one of my natural abilities. So if you're hearing like, hey, how you heard that? That's my job. That's how I help people to kind of get a solution to what we are calling a problem, and that's what I call healing. And so I'm keeping the keep I'm going to move along, right? Cuz I'm getting to a point, guys. I'm trying to get there. So cuz Mila is so gifted, and sometimes we are aware of our gifts, right? And sometimes we're not, and the reason why we may not be aware of our gifts is because we weren't taught that it was a gift, right? We weren't taught that it was a gift. And also, maybe we did know that we had a particular gift, but maybe we were told that it was not good. Yeah. So, like, even with emotions, sometimes we get caught up with emotions and we believe that this is not a good emotion, this is a good emotion. So we start putting them in boxes. So we don't learn how to actually use it. So one of the things that I realized that when people have this boss like energy or this entrepreneurship energy, you guys carry strongly this eight energy. And what I realized with the eights, the one that carried this really, really strong, is that you guys are willing to do what so many are not. Would you agree?
Facts. Facts. I think about it all the time. And sometimes I go real hard and I don't know. I'm just like, honestly, I am not the most. I'm not going to say I'm not smart because I am smart, but but in a different way than I guess society calls people smart. So yeah, you just gotta. I really, if I want to live the life that I really want to live, I'm
Mhm.
going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Or I can sit down and complain about it. And why would I want to do that? I want to
Mhm.
get to live in my life. I'm trying to get to my yacht. Hustling and bustling. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but let me tell you, everybody else being lazy is helping me. Okay?
Facts.
That's going to get me further. Get up there, people. Let's work.
That's right. One of the things I'm going to share with everyone too is like, because I did say that I was going to share with you guys some tips on tapping into your wealth. For one, I like to say is understanding the power of your words. Understand the power of your words. Even if your words could be negative, they can also be useful. Okay. These are two phrases that I hope that you guys get, right? And they're very simple words. One is why, and the other one is how. Yeah. So if, at the intuitive, I'm going to help everyone in feeling. So if you can close your eyes and say the word why, right? And then in your body, just observe where that energy went to. Usually, if you allow yourself to feel, the why went up to your head. Yeah. And so, what happens when the why, yes, WHY, once it goes up, right? You use a lot of energy here. And so there is not enough energy in this body now, in this physical body, which is the body that's supposed to be the engine to getting you starting, right? Now, close your eyes and say, how? How? Right? If you allow yourself to feel, that how energy should have been felt in your body, lower part of your body. How? These legs. So all my magical 11s, right? But the eight energy is one that taps into the how, whether they are aware of it or not. How? How can I make what people will consider like low, right? Mila being in one that cleans homes, how can I actually make this a necessity? And it's exactly what it is because not many people are willing to do it. And I think that that is what leads you to your success. What do you think?
I agree 100%. A lot. I mean, and there are a lot of people who come to me and say, I want to do this, I want to do that. But when I start talking to them, I realize they really don't want to. They really don't want to, because if you really want to, you put in the work, and that's what you will do, the uncomfortable things that you don't want to feel like doing. That's just how it goes. I mean, I guess maybe some people make it look easy, that they're making a whole lot of money, and they don't have to go clean a dirty toilet, but um you're not willing to do it. They say, what, I can't remember the saying, but they always say something like cleaning is unsexy but makes a lot of money or something like that. And I can see why. I could see how, because even some cleaners, they don't even do the best job of their abilities. And
Mm-hmm.
so guess what? You get fired. The next person gets fired, and then here come I come coming, and I'm here. You're not gonna get rid of me because you're gonna like my work.
Yes. Yeah. I have a question for you. So I recently went back home, right, to my country, and of course your country too. And there I actually learned about humility.
Mm.
Like, not that I learned humility, but I was reminded of it. Humility. And one of the things that I realized that when it comes to wealth, generosity is like up there, right? So you hear a lot of people like, oh, give back, give back, give back. But one of the things that I realize some of us say many times, right? I'm the one that give a lot. I'm the one to give a lot, right? So then we don't receive. So with that mind of generosity, I want to get a better understanding of how does that relate to being resourceful versus just focusing on just giving, 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 giving. And I think that that's something that those that carry a strong eight vibration has a natural way of using that, like being resourceful. Like you're not one that is wasteful. So would you say that you are resourceful?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm like the MacGyver, okay, around here. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll fix it. Yes, I am very resourceful.
Right? And I think that people around us is also resourceful,
Yeah,
right? Just knowing the people that are around you and what are they good at,
and everybody's good at something. Everybody. The thing about it, are you going to let your light shine or not? That's what it is.
agree, agree. All right, all right. So Mila, what are some things that you will say led or you have noticed led to your success?
Hmm. That's a great question. I'm still trying. I mean, I have figured out part of it because let me tell you, I I a lot of people say they grew up rough, and there are different kinds of rough for sure. And we have talked about this, like my comparison of some people whose rough is way rough than mine, and all that stuff. And we've gone through that, but it was not easy for me, and I had to learn how to survive in a different kind of way where I had to be like a lone wolf, a black sheep. I had to just take it because I know where I'm trying to go, whether it looks good or bad to you, And we come from cultures where at least my parents, I know they wanted the best for me, get a job, get a corporate job, go to school,
Mm,
and but sometimes people don't know what's really the best for you. They think that's the best for you, but that's not the best for you. Because actually, when I got fired from my corporate job, I was very much encouraged to go find another job, instead of starting my own business.
mm,
And I'm just like, that's when I have to stop and look at myself and like, okay, I now we know I'm not going to have like any support. So Am I still going to do this? Some people let the fact that they don't have support stop them. Oh, my mom said I won't do it. I can't do it. Or my dad said I'm not nothing. It matters what I think about myself. That's
Mm,
what matters. And I don't even, you might even give me creation, but I'm the one who has to decide what is good for me. I know in my body, just like you're always talking about, you have to feel in your body. I feel in my body that that place is not for me.
mm,
So I had to make my way. So with that said, when you grow up, I guess kind of feeling alone,
mhm,
you don't you get I got used to it.
mm,
I actually started liking being alone, which is now
mm.
when you try to be with other people. But I get used to being alone, and I get used to knowing that I can solve my own problems without anybody helping, without much help. So that, because I didn't get much help, um, I those skills just translated for me. Instead of using that as a woe is me, I have to use it as, I could use something with that energy to do something more powerful. And plus, I decide what my life, what the trajectory from here and forward. That's my decision, and I
Yeah.
decide for it to be amazing.
And I love what you said because even having that level of confidence, it actually took an experience,
Right,
right? And usually that experience is not an experience that was always like so pleasant,
right,
right? It took some things that were said, some things that offended you, some things that had you, kind of like, whoa, wow, how could you even say that to another human being, right? So, you know, when it comes to our wealth, we don't realize that life put us in challenges and some difficult situations to help us to build ourselves to the energies that we are going to eventually use for our our development, right? So in this case we call it like success, but when it comes to aligning back to like healing, we call this completion, right? And so completion just means that you were here, you took your lessons, you were the owner of it, you took responsibility of it, you did this, you had some good days, you had some days that were a bit, challenging, but you keep on moving forward, right?
right.
Usually competition mindset really leads you to draining energy. Like, because now you're looking outside of yourself, right? When you're focusing on completion, you're focusing on the whole self. But when you're focusing on competition, you are looking exterior on what others are doing better than you. And now you need to work harder because you don't feel like you're complete. So now I need to work harder for I can be able to be like this person. So now you are draining your energy versus accumulating your energy, right?
Makes sense.
So, I want everyone to understand when it comes to cracking the code to wealth, it really boils down to you asking these very, very fundamental phrases. And that is, who am I? And what do I want? Because who you are or what you want are connected are connected. So if you really want to tap into the code of discovering yourself, you have to be ready to roll up your sleeves and clean up. And now I'm talking about doing the work. Whatever you're suppressing or whatever you think you cannot do, you're going to have to get out of your own way to be able to do the work. Wouldn't you agree?
100%. You really do.
That's the way.
There's no other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no other way. I always, people want to take the easiest way. Of course, we want to take the easiest way. Of course, we do. I do too. I wish I could eat pizza and ice cream whenever I felt like it. I really can't afford it, I still can't afford it, and I don't even eat it anyway. So you got to put in the work. You got to
Yeah,
put in the work. Everything you want, even when I say, okay, I would like to get my body in a certain um physique, because as we get older, and now I need to do maintenance. I
yeah,
can't just say, oh, my body just got old. No, I have a choice. I have to make the choice inside, even though it is hard. I don't like doing this. I don't like, you know, but if that's where I want to be, I guess what, I'm gonna reap the benefits of it later too from my hard work.
mhm,
So I mean, I'm not fully there, but I work on it. I work on my best and highest self every single day, the best way that I can.
yeah. One of the things that I hear, and I have watched other people talk about wealth, and they talk about it from a place of, oh, you just need to be more grateful, um, or you just need to be more thankful. You just need to give back more. But I really feel like there's more to that. You know, I
Definitely.
really think it all boils down to your mindset. Because if many of us are giving, 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 and we still don't feel like we're receiving, it boils down to this. It boils down to how we are looking at life and the information that we have collected. Maybe we're crowded. I call this energetically constipated. Maybe we are, and we don't even realize.
Yeah.
So, what can we do to break from that? One, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be willing to see the truth. See your bank account right now.
Mm.
See it right now, right? And if you are able to see it, open it up and see where your energy is going. Is it going to things that are leaking, or is it going to things that are going to serve you and are going to give you 10 times fold? So everything should be a give and take. And that's what this eight that looks like the infinity sign is all about. It's like, what could I get from this, and how could this give me back, leading you back to that zero? So it's all about give and take, but you have to be very practical. As an energy practitioner, I am not just here to just bring you to woo woo lands, right? Like, whoo, I can see the stars. No, I'm here to teach you how to be very practical, utilize your energy. Where your mind goes is where energy is going to follow. So you may say you want this, like, I want this, but go this way, right? There was one time that I was at a webinar or seminar, sorry, and this guy was up with this book, and he said, "Who want this book?" Everyone was sitting down. He like, "Who want this book?" And something in my brain was like, I think I need to get up and go grab that book, but someone beat me to it. They was right there like that. Right? So that is what energy is. It's not about competition, right? Because you could feel it in your body when it's just the time, and the time is just telling you take action. Yeah.
Can I
So
make a point on that too? Right
please.
when you were saying that. So I was coaching somebody, and she was like, she really held on to what other people said about her when she wanted to start a business. She really held, like, oh, my sister-in-law says I won't be able to do it, and my mom thinks I won't be able to do it. And I'm like, why would you listen to what they would tell you? I said, what does their bank account look like? And then she was like, whoa, yeah. What does their bank account look like? Now, if you got a millions in there, then you can tell me. Then you can tell me something. But until then, you can't tell me anything because you don't know how to create your own financial freedom. So how are you going to tell somebody that they can create their own financial freedom? You don't even know how to do it. So, be quiet, because it doesn't, you have no proof that you know how to do that. So you have no business giving anybody that kind of advice.
Mhm. Agree. Agree.
I know, I'm so hyped.
It's fine. It's fine. It's beautiful energy, guys. So anyway, do you have any final words that you would like to share with the beautiful viewers?
I would love, I think if this was going into everybody in infinity, I would like to say always work on being your best and highest self. And
Mhm.
from there, you can move on to building your own wealth. You have to get out of your own way. And
Yes.
that's a lot of work. And then we haven't even got deeper into it because it's deeper than that. You have to think about why you care so much about somebody else's opinion, why you're not able to move forward without somebody else's support. You have to think about why you cannot do that.
Mhm.
And most of the time, are you being your best and highest self every day? If that's what you want to do. Anything you want to do, it doesn't even matter if you want to be the best yoga instructor in all the state of Texas. It's possible, but you have to get out of your own way. It is our mindset. And
Yes.
so tap into that. And the word mindset is just so simple sometimes. It just sounds so simple, but it's deeper than that. I wish there was a deeper word for mindset. It is really how you think about yourself.
Mhm.
It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter what other people think of you. It matters what you think of you.
Yeah.
And from there forward, that's where you can find the gold, the gems of your life.
Mhm. Wow, thank you. So I'm going to conclude with just sharing with everyone that wealth starts from within out. Very practical way for you to see how your body is moving with energy is to check the temperature and energy of your hand and your feet. Yes. So check if your feet are cold, check if your hands are cold, check if your hands are feeling kind of sweaty. All of this is allowing you to see how you are going to be receiving. Okay. Another thing you want to do is actually start washing your hands with more intention, guys. I know, like, wait, how often do I wash my hands?
We've been washing our hands. We've been needing to wash our
I
hands.
hope so. I hope so. But honestly, guys, try this exercise out and then let me know in the comments below how it worked for you. But you do want to start as an energy healer. I do use my hands a lot. But I have to keep them nice and clean. But that to have been one of the hacks that I had found to help me in energy circulating in my hands. Okay. Before you even touch money, right? Always have a mind that what you're receiving, you deserve it, and what you're giving is going to come back. So usually a phrase that I like to say is 10 times fold, 10 times fold, 10 times fold. I don't know why, I just like saying that, and for me it works. It works. So wash your hands with warm and then cold water. I know, like, I don't like the cold. But if you do that, it's going to help with energy circulation. Also, if you do the whole body, hot and cold showers are also good. So I know you're in the shower, hot, not too hot, right? And then that cold, shh. And you want that hot to go as you are with the hot water. Rub your body, and when that cold water hits, start tapping your body.
Mm.
Start tapping your body. Before you do any dealings with money, try it out. Just try it out.
I'm going to try it too.
Yes, yes. Please try it. It works like a charm. Also, do some soaking of your feet with some lemon pills.
Mm.
I'm giving you guys some gems here, okay? With some lemon peels. And then put your feet in there, nice and warm temperature, and allow, because the bottoms of your feet has these very powerful acupressure points, but they also can accumulate energy very quickly. Some people put essential oils beneath their feet, especially with babies and things like that, because they just go to your bloodstream much faster. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So that's why it's really good to either do some foot care before you go to bed to really help energy circulate, and then to help you have what we call in at least in this practice, a upright triangle flow of energy. So an upright triangle of energy looks like this. So your head should be cool and your lower part should be nice and fiery for you can attract things properly. So with that being said, I think that that's it. That's all the gems I'm going to give you guys for today. And thank you everyone for tuning in, for joining this live. I hope that we were able to help you. Okay, I see let me see. Oh, Life Path 8 is here. Okay. Hi. Woo, infinity and beyond. Yes.
That's
Yes.
gonna be our new sign.
So we're going to be having more lives where we're going to bring these numbers in human forms to life, okay, onto this platform. Mila, it's been a pleasure having you on this platform with me today.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for sharing your wisdom. I really appreciate you.
No, thank you. And thank you everybody for being here.
Okay, bye everyone.